Hello, you Frozies. McFrozen Nuggets here, coming to you with another video. And today I'm gonna be doing a review on the made in Thailand version of classic Cars 1 Lightning McQueen with the sign. Yeah, this sign that he hid behind towards the beginning of the first movie, when he was trying to get into Mac's trailer without being seen by all the rusty cars that were proudly sponsored, that were basically a part of his sponsor, Rusty's. Which obviously it failed as it fell down, showing everyone, hey, it's Lightning McQueen. Obviously, we all know how McQueen initially felt about rusty cars. That is, at least until he met Mater. Anyway, let's take a look at the packaging first. And here is the packaging. Ever since they first had introduced this artwork in 2015 or 2016, I just loved it. McQueen hiding behind the sign. Though unfortunately the actual sign that you get is not accurate to the movie in terms of McQueen's expression there. But, what are you gonna do? It's Mattel. As seen in Cars. We got a few other releases on the back. I seriously want to get my hands on Race Damage to the King because of how rare the 2009 release is. Fingers crossed that I'll get my hands on him. And even get a Thailand version of the King. Just the regular version of the King. So again, this is basically my first Thailand version of the classic Cars 1 McQueen. I do have the Chinese one in the background there for a little comparison later on. Now I'll get to the sign first, or in a sec. Actually no, I'll do the sign first. So, there we go. Obviously it's basically a kind of a reverse, it's a pose of McQueen that was actually oftentimes used for the first Cars movie. It's just simply reversed as far as his expression goes. He's got his signature at the bottom left corner, and then the Rusty's bump ointment logo towards the center, and then the actual can of Rusty's on the bottom right. Come on. Will you quit focusing on the background for a sec? There we go. Now as you can see, obviously the back is completely red, and it's got these little hooks so you can actually hook McQueen up to it and have him kind of look like he's actually hiding behind it. And in regards to the Thailand version, it actually kind of gets in the way of his wheels, but actually I learned if you do it on the Chinese version, his wheels still roll. So that means that there's a little more space for his wheels on the Chinese version than there is on the Thailand version. So that's actually kind of interesting. And actually, speaking of the Chinese version, I'll actually do a quick little comparison between the Thailand version and the Chinese version. Right here. Rusty's logo on the hood. I don't want to say the decals are bad, but obviously this is coming from Thailand, and they often kind of struggle with decals. The Thailand version does look a little bit grainy, and it's also a little bit lighter too. You know, his fake headlights, which obviously they point blank, Rusty and Dusty point out that they're just stickers, and McQueen says race cars don't need headlights because the track's always lit. Try telling that to the race in Tokyo, McQueen. And his mouth is actually painted in, which I actually did on the Chinese version. As in, like, the inside of his mouth is painted in black. There's the classic lightning bolt with the number 95. All these contingency sponsors. And the quality's not the greatest on my camera, but trust me. Actually, I'll hold them up to my face. Yeah, these contingency sponsors on the Thailand version are definitely rather pretty grainy. Just not as clear as the Chinese version right there. And actually also too, the 95 is also slightly different. It's actually a little bit more similar to how it is on the Remembrance McQueen and Intro Rusty's McQueen from Cars 3, which is rather interesting. And the same thing with the roof. There's the Cars 1 version is a little bit more straight. And the Lightning McQueen signature, they definitely nailed that better than the Chinese version. That's for sure. Rusty's logo on the spoiler, a little bit more of a sandy color, from what you can see. In the back, kind of the same sort of story. Medicated bump ornament with the yellow rookie stripe, and the fake taillights. Rusty's, and the number 95 on the left taillight. And then here is the base. R38A, meaning he was made in the 38th week of 2022 at the A factory. And he does have the holes for that mater with the working tow hook to tow him. Much like the Rusty's Race Star McQueen that I previously reviewed on my channel last year. And before I forget, he also does have black Lightyear tires with the red rims. And I actually did paint them in so they'll look a little bit better. Because if you watch some of the reviews from RC Cars 5, you'd know that the rims on some of these cars that I cast from Thailand do not look really that good when compared to China. So yeah, that is it. And also, he does have an eye plate, obviously. As opposed to the Chinese version being one full metal piece. And just for some silly stuff, let's see how this sign will clip up to other McQueens. From what I know, it definitely works the best when the McQueen has this kind of expression. I'll just use the Radiator Springs McQueen just for an example. There's Radiator Springs McQueen. He obviously works very well. Now let's get on. Let's do Determined Lightning McQueen. This one does fall out, but it actually does still work. Now let's get on to Cars 2. Here's the Hudson Horn Piston Cup McQueen. Yeah, not really gonna work with him. Here's McQueen's the Easter Buggy. This is a fairly recent release. Oh. Okay, he actually works pretty well. Here's my custom 3-year Springs Team McQueen, using a War Grand Prix base, obviously, just using some stickers. Yeah, he's not gonna work. Now let's get into the Cars 3 era. Here's Intro Rusty's McQueen. This was actually seen in the background when Intro Rusty's McQueen was passing by Rusty and Dusty in the movie. So this is actually kind of blessed from the past in a sense. Okay, he actually works pretty well. Get on to Rusty's Race Star McQueen. He's not gonna work. And by the way, I did add the yellow trim on some of these guys' tires. Here's the Cars 3 Remembrance McQueen. Well, I know he actually works pretty well. Yeah, he does. And then can you guys guess what's coming next? Fabulous Lightning McQueen. Yeah, he's not gonna work either. He basically has kind of the same mouth as Rusty's Racing Star McQueen. So yeah, I just want to show that really quick, just to show how this won't exactly work with every single McQueen out there. And obviously, if I had to pick which one I like more, obviously I got the Thailand one, just simply because it looks nice. I would have to say, despite the greeny decals, I actually kind of like both of these guys rather equally. But that's obviously just me. But if you were to ask me which Thailand variant I would pick between Classic McQueen or Mater, I'm definitely going with Mater. Just mainly because he's actually heavier, the decals aren't exactly that bad, and he just feels a little bit more worth the actual money. Though McQueen is actually still really... So, McQueen's definitely still worth money in my opinion, because obviously he is the main character of the entire franchise. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. I hope you guys and gals enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below if you actually got this, if you passed, because you possibly already have it from an older release, or whatnot. So yeah, and I also want to let you know about what happened to that On the Road McQueen review. He actually kind of got a little chipped up as I was playing with him recently in my day program with one of my friends. So I'm actually going to have to possibly get myself another one at some point. So at least I got this one down and out. And obviously I'm going to be doing some more reviews really soon. Going to be doing reviews on the Imperial Armored Marauder and the Boba Fett Slave 1 from LEGO Star Wars The Mandalorian Season 2. I know those are really old now, but it's what I can currently do. And I also have my unboxing of Disney's Frozen 2 on 4K, as I just got the confirmation from Disney Movie Insiders that's basically on its way. And I'll also possibly be doing an unboxing of Free Guy on 4K. That movie's actually really freaking good. Yeah, obviously, I know some of you who are keeping up with what's been going on with Disney these days and are literally angry over the fact that I'm still buying Disney merchandise. I'm buying things I actually from movies and series that I actually like and that are actually still good. I'm showing what I actually want and what I actually care about. The original 3 Cars movies, along with Cars on the Road, are actually really, really good. I still buy things for the original 6 Star Wars movies. I still buy things for the Infinity Saga. There's some figures I actually like from just as far as figures go, from the current MCU lineup, such as She-Hulk. I'm not interested in the series, but I actually do like how the Marvel Legends figure looks. Again, I'm just showing things that I actually like, just in terms of looks and appearance, as well as movies and shows that I actually still support, and I reject what I hate. It's as simple as that. So yeah, well, just wanted to get that down and out of the way. So yeah, as usual, love all you roses to death, and of course, do not forget to keep it rigid, and may the force be with you. Ka-chow!